Hello and welcome back to Sewing Adventures with Bo. We have the pattern for our pants. We have the fabric for our pants. It is this black and white striped fabric bed sheet that I thrifted forever ago. And I've always thought it would look so cool if this bottom part, which is technically the top part, was like where on the bottom of the legs. Like, wouldn't that be so freaking sick to have this like straight black and white stripes and then at the bottom this band? Here's the thing, is that when I put it down, okay, put down my pattern pieces, it is just, look at that. Look at that. It's almost there. So I had a little cry moment, and then I figured, well, it is the crotch area that no one's going to see. So I think, because I was like, maybe I need to make this the waistband instead, but I think it would look really, really sick as the bottom of the pants, not the top. So I am just going to cut this and then use some of the spare section up there to cut a piece and just tack it on. And then it doesn't matter if it looks funky because it'll be in my crotch area. And if anyone's staring hard enough there anyway, then they deserve to see the funky spot. The thing is that like we essentially have one shot at this, and our margin of error is minuscule. Our allowed margin of error is absolutely minuscule. So good luck to me. I really need some like real actual pattern weights. Oh, you know what? I think since I won't need to hem this. Oh, scheisse. Let me look at the videos, because I don't need the bottom of the pant to be on the bottom of the hem, because I don't need to account for an extra like 2 inches. We've arrived at conundrum number 2, which is I don't remember how much space at the bottom I allotted for like hemming. And like the whole purpose of using this edge is so that I don't have to hem it, but I don't want them to be too long. Shit. Okay. Let's just position this better. Let's just move it down a smidgen, and hopefully it's fine and not too short. Here's, like, I should probably just cut it like this, because you can always hem it, but you can't like add more on. But if it's a little bit short, like that's kind of the style, I think I'm just gonna move it down like 1 inch, and then that should be fine. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here we go. I just want you to know how incredible I am, because I just scooted it down. I was like, I'm just gonna eyeball it, and then measured it, and I had eyeballed it at 1 inch. Bow before me, please, in all my majesty. Hello again. I am once again working on my pants. I have all the pieces cut out. I have attached the pockets, and now I'm pinning the front and back legs together so I can sew the straight parts outside and inside, and then I will attach them at the crotch. Can't remember like how far up to the crotch I go. So I'm just kind of going, how far did I go on this one? I could use my measuring tape. I'm wearing my other pants that I made. Do you remember these? And if you see this little roll, it's because I've realized, it's like I made these yellow pants, right? And the crotch on them is not quite right, which is why I'm not using this pattern, even though they look fantastic otherwise. And then I realized the crotch is not quite right because I put too much above the crotch. So whenever I fold the band over, the crotch is almost exactly where it's supposed to be. So I'm thinking I might like try to rework these pants. That's about 10.5 inches. Let's see. Let's do one more pin right up there. I might try to like detach and then reattach this waistband on these yellow pants. Like detach it, take some fabric out, reattach it. The only thing that would be frustrating is that the pockets on these yellow pants are actually like attached. They're visible pockets, so they're attached to the top of the waistband. So if I took the amount I need to take off, it would make the pocket opening smaller, which it still fits my hand. It just wouldn't be like as comfortable, but it would still be fine to like hold a phone, which is all I really needed to do. Ow, God, my ring pulled a hair out. Jeez. Anyway, so it's the good news is that I might be able to make these yellow pants to where I can actually wear them more often. I'm hoping that these black pants will work so I can wear them like all the time as well. And I won't have to, like, I'm hoping each time to just get a little bit better at it. I'm gonna go a little bit further in, further up and further in. I don't see, picking the seam allowance is it's so hard. I'm just gonna do that. No, I'm gonna go with this one because I'm pretty sure that's the one I've always used. Ugh, this is so stupid. Okay, I only have like 25 minutes to sew, and then I have to do stretch and fold on our bread. So let's see how much I can get done in that time. Okay. Oh, nice. I just went over that. Put you down here. I'm a little worried because these aren't like lining up perfectly, and Greg is freaking out about that. You know Greg, everything has to be absolutely perfect. I feel like when people are like, oh my God, you made that? It looks so good. I'm like, thank you. It's because I'm a perfectionist. It takes me forever to make something. And I stress too much about it. Like, your things don't look homemade. Thank you. Greg would freak the f out if they looked homemade. Maybe that should be what I'm working on. Making my things look a little less perfect. Okay. Attach there. Let's check our bobbin levels so we don't get FUCKED. We're good. Ah. Okay. Ow, ow, ow. It's poking my leg. All right, then we'll start about up here. Oh, no, let's go back. Okay. Okay. One side of one pant leg is done. had to use, I need to go buy more pins. I just need to buy like 7,000 pins because I bought a pack of pins and they're the ones that have the little flower heads. And like those are fine. And I was only using half of them because I was like, I'll only have half out and then I'll use half. And then like whenever they start to get dull, then I'll have the other half. I just need a crap ton of pins because I've lost the other half of my flower shaped pins. And now that means I have to use these heart shaped pins. But these heart shaped pins are so freaking old that they do not slide easily into the fabric at all. As a matter of fact, it feels like I'm stabbing and like ripping holes in the fabric whenever I use them. Okay, we're trying the method where we've attached the pockets and we're just like sewing, like you just sew and then around and then down. Greg is worried that the pockets are going to be bulky and that they're going to look stupid. It doesn't matter because we're going to do it anyway. Greg can F off, okay? So for this one, I do need to go because like I need a little bit more seam allowance over here to make sure. And I need to see how far and where are you? Where did I make those marks? Did I make them over here? No? Did I make them over here? Yes. So I need to go like, oh, jeez Louise. Why don't I just measure? Okay. Okay. It's like 2 centimeters down. Okay. So we'll do it here, make a little marky mark. And then 2 centimeters this way, we'll make a little marky mark. Okay, doesn't have to be an exact science, Greg. Just has to fit our body and be wearable. Okay, good luck. A lot of seam allowance for a pocket. I just kind of like slowly brought it back around. That means Greg is like, we should measure that. We should measure it. We should make it the same on all of them. Well, Greg, we're just winging it, okay? We're just doing what we can over here. Oh God, it's getting so much smaller. Sewing a curve is like nearly impossible. It's this big Herculean task. Ouch! Okay, so now we're having that. Let's make sure this is good. We're all smooth. We're all okay, right? We're okay. We're making it through. Now we're just gonna zhuzh it like this. Okay. Right there. Look at that. And here we go. It's all kind of crooked. makes me so supremely unhappy. We're fighting Greg. We are learning how to be uncomfortable. Like, do you see how red my face is? That's not because it's hot up here. It's not because it's hot. It's because I'm stressing. I'm stressing over a seam. Stressing over fabric. Better than stressing over the atrocities of this world. We're gonna try to take our mind off of the hellscape we're living in by doing a nice relaxing hobby. So that if we're gonna be stressed out, it's gonna be over something stupid, you know? Instead of something earth-shattering. Like, why should I have to take deep breaths during sewing? Body, you are not being chased by a tiger. You're literally just attaching two pieces of fabric together. Okay. Okay. They're attached. Take out all of these crappy pins. I'm like trying not to cuss because I know I'm putting this on the internet and I don't know the rules. I'm assuming you can cuss on the internet. I mean, like, I should know that. But I don't know what I did in my last videos. Maybe I cursed. I probably did. I definitely did. It's fine. Okay. One leg done. Hand fits just fine through the pocket. We're gonna try to, like, I was like, where's the pocket? I was heading upside down. I'm gonna it will be going this way. So I'm going to lay this down. Oof. I'm going to lay this under it. Ow. Jeez. Okay. Okay. And we're just going to kind of like trace around. I'm just going to fold it on the seam and trace like where-ish it is. And then I'll have a line to follow. And then it will be kind of like the pocket. It's so close to the edge over here. Ugh. And then we start working our way, making our way back up. Enemy here. Okay. I get sued for copyright infringement. Oh, we're not gonna be big enough to need that. It's gonna be okay. Okay. All right. Here we go again. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, hubby had to talk to me. We're making bread, and he's teaching me how to do the stretch and fold, because he usually does everything, but he's going to have to go to the office today. So at 10 a.m., it was time for the stretch and fold. He was in the middle of a meeting. He, like, literally starts the meeting at 10 a.m. And I'm like, it's stretch and fold time. You couldn't have waited 4 minutes. Like, you literally told me it was at 10. So I just did it on my own, and apparently I did fine. As per usual, everything's okay. Let's drink some water. And so. Make sure this is like, yeah, okay. And we turn. Ah. Ow. Pins are poking my belly. Ouch. Ow. Still have bobbin. Sometimes it sounds a little different whenever you run out of bobbin, so I have to double check. We're still good. What is happening? Getting a little funky with it. Fabric is getting a little wrinkly. Not what I like. Not what I want to see. Okay, I think it's probably time for the next stretch and fold. So we're gonna go do that and then we'll finish this up. I still have 5 minutes. Surely I can do this side of the leg in 5 minutes. Let's see, shall we? Why are you out? Why are you almost out? What is your deal? We're feeling panicky. Oh, that lovely, relaxing feeling of pure panic while sewing. That's why we do this ish. See, that only took 1 minute and 30 seconds. We're so good at this. We're fine. Okay. We did it. We finished sewing the pants legs before our stretch and fold. I'm really proud of us. Excellent job. Perfect stopping point. Let's go downstairs. Okay, trying not to let Greg freak out. Maybe it's, I think I literally just found the answer to my problem. Okay, I think it's just that this needs to be opened up more and then it will line up. I'm like pinning them and they're just not lining. There's going to be extra somehow, but maybe I just need to open up this seam a little more. Maybe maybe that's literally all it takes to fix it. Because I was like, I don't understand how it's not lining up. It's lining up everywhere else. That's literally all it took. Okay, well, that's lovely. Perfect. So glad that that ended up being an easy fix. Okay. And so, where should I start? Maybe here? The problem with, like, I love that I can, you know, I'm like, yay, I've like put it down and walked away. But now whenever I do that and then I come back, I forget what I did or how I did a particular thing. And now I'm like, oh shoot, like how did I make those seams work? Or, you know, like, how do I make it not look dumb or funky? I guess we're just gonna, it's 2 centimeters, it's to the little thing with the hole. That's what I have to remember. Here you go. Okay. Ow! I literally just stabbed myself in the hand. To nonchalantly do this stitching. I don't know what got stuck where. How did that? Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Oh, it's that one that got stuck. Okay, we're all right. We're okay. Bring you this way, like that. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna do that and then come over here and do like this right there. Something's not quite right. There. There. And then if I need to, I can adjust. Okay. I'm gonna put this back on because this is not working out very well. Okay. We're not being chased by a lion. We are attaching two pieces of fabric together. We're almost done. In here, just gonna kind of okay, let me try that. Okay, trimming threads. Trim, 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 trim. Snip, 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 snip. So many threads, freaking everywhere. Okay. I just feel like I've done something wrong, but I don't think I have. I think we're okay. Okay. Moment of truth. Yeah. Oh, it's oh, it's very rough. What did we do? Okay, so I think that's why it wasn't so weird last time. All right. Okay. It's so bad. Okay. All right, we just have to seam rip all of that. Oh, God. Okay, just for future reference, when you are sewing the pants together, you sew the front and back all down the outside, right? That's fine. And then just from the bottom of the crotch down. You don't also do the top, because then you get this. The more you know. Okay, learning moment. When you are putting pants together and you're doing the sewing style where you sew the inside and outside of legs and then you tuck them in each other, right sides kissing, and then you attach at the crotch. When you sew the inside of the leg, you only need to sew from the bottom of the crotch to the bottom of the leg. You don't touch the top, because that needs to be that, like, and then, because I was like, why is this so much harder to do? I thought I remembered this being easy, because now it's just going to be a simple, almost like a straight line, like a simple little, so, the more you know. If you don't know, now you know. And like, I was like, I thought I remembered like the seams having, like, so that's why, that's what's happening. Now that we've got it figured out, let's sew this together the right way. Okay, here we go. Greg is trying so hard to be like, I told you so. Greg, it's fine. It's fine. We didn't die. But did you die? No, we're fine. We're fine. We're not even being judged by anyone. Like, we're fine. Okay. Last little bit. Take out the pins. Trim off the ends. Now we have pants. We have actual pants with an actual waistband. We don't just have two legs attached weirdly at the middle. Oh, that is so funny. Okay, we've got pants now. We have pants. Fantastic, fantabulous. And I think the pockets even work. Like, Greg can F off. The pockets are fine. Yay. Okay, so they're on. We have them. Now we need to add the waistband by folding it. So it'll be like, I think like this, or are we going to add a waistband to the top? This is how they'll look. They're a tad long. I should have brought them up another inch. I'll just have to actually hem them, which is frustrating. So they're like literally just 1 inch too long, but that's okay. So now we just need to add the elastic to it. I'm wondering if I can add like a little dart right there. Just need the elastic now. What we need to do is cut because the top is like, so we need to make it just straight across. I'm gonna have to trim that, and then we maybe just we need a waistband. I literally can't tell which one's supposed to be the front, which one's supposed to be the back. Okay, so we are going to trim this waistband so that we can just attach a waistband on top of it. I think that will be the better option because that will make this even and straight, and then we'll just attach a band on top. Yeesh, I'm really scared. Okay, first let's just, God, because I'm like, what if I ruin them now? Do I just even the top? Because once you take it off, you can't put it back on. Although technically I am putting it back on with the, my thing was, I was like, do I need to keep it angled? Because it like comes up higher on the, but I don't know how to actually like sew that. We're just gonna cut right here. We're just gonna make it even. It's done now. She's chopped off now. Now she's straight across. We can, right? It needs to be like there. That's what they'll be. Okay. Why, hello. We are making the elasticized waistband for the pants, and I'm pretty sure we're working 6 times harder than we have to. But it's the only way my brain is comprehending of how to maybe even do this. So we're just gonna do it, and if it's wrong, then it's wrong, and we'll figure it out from there. God, this is hurting my fingers. Hands are cramping. My hands are cramping up. Okay. Shit, I really should have done a better job holding this one up. Let's do that. Okay, we're almost done. And that one's a little funky, but that's okay. We can do this. We're almost done. Ouch. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Come on, you. Okay. So at the very least, like you are, at the very least, our elastic is attached to this band. Now the question is, did that stretch this out too much? Or will it fit our body just fine? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just test it out. Take it. Oh, good. Okay. So yeah, it still should fit just fine. So the idea was to, I've left like this much, and the idea was to use this to attach to the waistband of the pants. I do think I am going to have to fold it a little. I don't know, because this, having the elastic showing underneath here, I should have wrapped it around the top because that is probably going to irritate my skin. Maybe not though, because if it's pointing down, it might be fine. If it's really effing with my skin, we can make another waistband later. I think it's gonna be fine. So now we need to see how, if I pull this down, just how much of this to fit here. So I can overlap about that much and still fit well. Still fit even as I'm sitting. So I need to go take my Ritalin. Let me make some marks first. And I had to turn my little fan on. I don't know if you can hear it whizzing, whirring in the background. See, because that's not attached there. I did like attach the elastic to this end, but I didn't attach it over here, and it's being pulled in. It's hiding. Come here. Shoot, come here, you. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little zoop zoop right there. It is gonna be itchy. I need to enclose the elastic. Otherwise, I won't wear these pants because they'll be itchy. Ugh! All right. Sewing machine sounds. I know that's your favorite part. Here we go. We are attempting. Ow! Those are gonna. I used my clips in between my pins, but thinking they might be helpful, but they actually are. Jeez, that really hurt. They're actually making it harder. So we're just gonna use the pins. What's the matter here? We're getting a little wrinkle, and I don't really know why. I think it's supposed to be a little further up. We're just gonna keep rolling with it, I guess. Yeah, definitely not. This is not working. It's broken. Ow! Mother effer. This is really hurting my... Ow! You idiot. You're supposed to be up here. Not ideal, but attached. I broke a nail. Not a nail. A fucking... Shit. What? Shit. Come on. What the hell? I just need to redo this thing. Because, like, every single time I stitch a line on this, it makes it just a little bit looser. And this is a nightmare. Did I break the needle? No? Is everything okay down here? I think so. Do I just continue? Because the thing is that even popping this up, it's just, I have this raw edge here, and that is just gonna fray. All of this was pointless. I've just wasted time. A lot of time, multiple hours, because I don't think it's gonna, I think I just need to do it properly. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'm gonna walk away from this for today. And we'll work on it again another day. Yeah. All right, we're back. We're going to attempt to attach this elastic to make a waistband. So, let's see. I tried like stretching it over there and pinning it so that it's kind of pinned in the middle. But it doesn't have to be perfect because there's plenty of like leeway. It's gonna be fine. Also, I cleaned and oiled my machine, so it's sounded really good. It's so much better. Okay. The hardest part is getting through like the first part. Ow. There. Because once I've got it started, I can hold on to the back here. But whenever I can't reach it, like that's the hardest part, is getting them started, really, I think. So much quieter whenever it's where it's nice and oiled and there's a new needle in it, and it's just so much better. we're getting a little off center here. That's okay. We can bring her back towards the middle over here. Scooch you down a little bit. Should be fine. Ouch. Back is sore. Okay. Getting a little off kilter here. Just gonna remove that pin so we can do it a little more like that. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Whew. We're almost to the end. How exciting is that? Ouch. Oh no! No! We ran out of bobbin. Of course we did. And B is calling for me. Alright. We have a new bobbin. We solved Beanie's problem, which was that she wanted another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We ate a little chicken sandwich ourselves. Okay. Okay. All right, now we're going to attach the end here. Okay. feel like I'm making this harder than it needs to be. If that ain't the Hilbo way, I don't know what is. I got myself some new scissors. Look at them. They are spring-loaded. They've got soft, grippy. Look at this. Wow, I'm like way off. I was way fucking off. Like, got way fucking off. Grand. Love that for me. The extra fabric. That's fine. Okay. So now what I want to do is fold it over. I should have just done this in the first place. Did it my way. Like, we get way fucking off on here. For me, it's the fact that at this end they meet, and at the other end they definitely do not. That's fine. Totally fine. Just don't use this as a tutorial, because this is definitely not the way to do this. I should have watched a tutorial on like how the fuck to sew a waistband. Here. Like, this is not, frick, this, like, how, I need like 15 hands to do it this way. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, here's, I've taken it completely out. Here's what I'm gonna try to do instead. I'm going to sew this waistband right sides together. Okay, and then I'll make it a circle. And then I'll make this a circle, and I will like do the whole, I'll do the way I normally know how to do a waistband, which is like, do the halves, and then do the halves, and then you can stretch it. And then hopefully that will help me attach it better. Come on, chair. On the pants. We'll see. I just pressed it so I wouldn't have to pin it. Okay. All right, I'm already feeling better about this. I ironed, I pressed, stitched the fabric together, flipped it right side out, and then attached each end of the, like, threaded the elastic through, attached each end to each side, and then I just put the ends together, and now I am going through and I'm stretching in order to make sure that the elastic is firmly attached to the fabric, so it doesn't get all loosey and weird in there. Okay, so okay, it's a little harder. I probably should have pinned it a bit, but here we are. Yeah. Gah! I've done this the wrong way. No. Yes. Yes, I have. Shit. Okay. That's fixable. Mostly. I think it's not going to matter. It's going to be fine. All right. No. No, we're so off. Scheiße. We're so off. I need it. Well, maybe it's not that bad. Come here, you. Yeah, no, we've gotten so off. Why am I so bad at this? I've tried pulling it tight and adding pins all along to keep the elastic all the way against the edge here. So we are going to attempt a top stitch. Again. Everything is like fraying so much. I'm so over these GD pants. You, you. Okay, that's up against the edge there. Please let this work, for the love. Okay. Still up against the edge. It's already looking a lot better. Yeesh. Okay. Okay. I'm like checking and rechecking and rechecking. Just seriously, how many times can one person sew a GD waistband? Okay, here we go. My hand's cramping up. This is already 1,000 times better. Okay. Oh, see how clean that is? Oh, gosh, that was exhausting. Bethany, do you want to help me take my pins out? So, now that the elastic is attached cleanly to the edge here, I should be able to, without pinning, just stretch it and sew another line on the other side of the elastic now. I shouldn't have to pin it because the top line of stitching should hold it in place. And it should be fine. We see how fine it's been lately. This is a little seam guide. Okay, let me just check my bottom level real quick. We're still good. Okay, so to be here, and a little guide to be there. It's just the getting it through this first part that's the hardest part. There. That should be better, right? This isn't quite. Okay. I'm not going to start crying. It's okay. I'm going to walk away from the sewing machine for today. I do think part of what my problem is that I'm trying an end and there's just not enough for me to hold. I think if I attach the ends together, I think maybe I'll French seam it, honestly. Put right sides together and then wrong sides together. Then it will be a circle and then I will have enough fabric to hold. So I'm going to French seam this, make it a circle, and then we're going to walk away for the day. That's the wrong sides together, and now we flip it around and we do it now with the right sides together, and that will completely encapsulate the raw edge And if it's like that, let's just put this around our waist real quick. That's gonna feel okay, not too tight. Okay. Oh my God. It's 2:21. Thanks, Minnie. Got a little bulk in the back there, but I think it's gonna be okay. And these down so I can feel this. I don't think it's too tight. Okay. Not too tight when I sit down. All right, we're stepping away for the day. We walked away. We ate some ice cream. We are back. Right now, the way we have attached this together is really fucking bulky. So we're gonna fix that by, once again, seam ripping, because why not? God help us. Is this even going to like hold together? I've had to sew and rip and sew and rip so much. Beanie Boo fell asleep after our ice cream run. She fell asleep in the car. That was very nice. I needed her to fall asleep in the car. I said, we're gonna listen to calm music and relax. And she scrunched until she fell asleep, which is exactly what I needed her to do. Right, and for you, it smells, it smells like a hamster cage in here. Do you know what I mean? Like it, dude. He said, I can change that, and he just farted. Dude, that's yucky. How many times have I sewn these things together? Ugh. This is why it's important to walk away during projects sometimes, because otherwise you start brute forcing your way, and then later you're like, that was a terrible idea. Why did I do that? I should have done it this other way. It smells terrible up here. And not just because dude just farted. It smells, I don't know, something smells slightly rotten. And I don't know what it is. Something probably is rotting in my trash. Maybe it's Bethany's paint paper towels because she wanted to paint today. And we don't pour the water out because our pipes are really old and don't need anything else in them. Don't need acrylic paint in them, effing them up even more than they already are. So, hi. I'm attempting to make a YouTube video for Cassidy so that she doesn't have to save the polos as religiously and she can come back to them. What's up? See, now we've layered our elastic like this and then stitched over it a bunch of times. So now our elastic is attached together without the bulk, and now we just have to attach the fabric, which I think I will do by just folding one over the other and then tucking in. See this raw edge? I'll just tuck that in a bit. Just do a little fold like that, and the raw edge will be folded in. And then we'll have a waistband without the bulk. Okay. No more bulk. No more bulk. Yay. And now it's a circle, so we can start it wherever and stretch from it. So now let's start right about, where were we? Ah, we were lining that up this way. That's what we were doing. That's what we were doing. So then we top stitch. Okay. God, get in the down position, for Pete's sake. A little too twisty there. It's better. elastic waistband. Completed. Like, look at this. This white stripe is becoming gray from me handling it so much. Okay, and what we're gonna do is, since we had to attach the things in the back, we're just gonna see how there's a seam there and there's a seam there. Normally we would put the seam in the middle of the back. We're just gonna make this little extra panel the back. Now we just have to attach it to the pants, which frankly I'm terrified to do after all of this. So what we do is we take the pants and we mark the sides. Because it's not just the side seams, our side seams are a little different. Not working. Okay, we'll do this. We'll use pins. Put a little pin here. Like my fingers are black from working so much with this black fabric. Okay. Let those two pins kiss. Pin right in this seam. Seams are perfectly aligned. That's nice. Caleb knows I've had a pretty hard day, and he was like, what if we had hot crisp fish for dinner? And I said, hell yes. Now you're speaking my language. What I like to do is I like to get the midpoints. You can just do the front, back, side, and side, but I like to get in between those because it just gives you, I don't know, it helps it be that much more accurate. And you do that by making all these different pins kiss. Finding the midpoint. Okay. Alright. Now we just have to remember which panels are our front and which are our back. Like which way is the front on these pants and which way is the back. Because, of course, if I didn't mark it, I need to mark these. So I'm not stabbing myself. Okay. Ah, I did mark it. I marked it with a B. Thanks, Bo. Oh, thank God. Okay. So now we have to find those same points on here. So if these are our side points. Come here, you. Side one. Side two. And we'll make those two pins kiss and find these sides. Side one and side two. Then we make these pins kiss. Find the middle point there. Yeah, that was a bug on my hand. That's gross and annoying. Side here. Yes. And kiss. Okay. So now, where's the back? This is the back. This is the back center point. I need right sides together. Right, 'cause this is, yes, okay. Alright, so this is the back center and this is the back center, and right sides need to kiss upside down. Okay. Then we find our next, we just line up our points with our pins. Next point, our next pin. I'm gonna stitch this real quick because it's coming undone and this could stress me to F out. Because I trimmed it. To even out the top. Okay, where are you? Match up here. Next mark here. Next mark is the middle. Almost a couple couple marks to go. Next mark, next pin. Next mark. And again, we're gonna stitch you up so that you are a finished non-raveling seam. Okay. Now, the mark in the pin. And the final mark, final pin. Okay. And there's a big ass seam allowance. Okay. I hope that this works. That I have not fucked myself over. We'll see. First, we're just gonna get started. Okay. Now, we should be able to pull and stitch.
You still making a YouTube?
Yes, but I could pause it. It looked like shit. It looked like shit. It looked like shit, 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 shit. It looked like shit. It really looked like shit. Okay. Which side is the inside? It looked like shit, shit, shit. It really looked like shit. So we're trying again. This time, let's line up with our second stitching line. Good. So if this doesn't work, and I have to think of a whole new waistband, I might just combust. Because I'm worried these are going to look bad. I'm going to have done all this work for these pants that I think are gonna look so sick, only for them to look so terrible. Ow. Okay. Oh, good God. Alright, only one more to line up. Okay. Here we go again. I just want to fucking scream. And like the thing is, there, we'll just do it. And like the thing is, I don't even know what freaking, like, it's okay. It's okay, alright. Okay. Hold them where the pins are. We stretch it. Get in. Thank you. Get in there. Thank you. Okay. I probably should have switched my thread to black for this, but I'm too tired and I'm already started. Let's see. That's gonna look so stupid. That looks stupid. What do I do? I don't want pants. The part of the pant look is the waistband. And right now, this is gonna have the tiniest little teeny tiny waistband there. I think what I want is a smooth waistband in the front. We can salvage this shortly. What we could do is give ourselves this smooth waistband in the front. Okay, this is actually the perfect length to fit right here. We will cut this elastic waistband and it will be elastic in the back, because if the back looks like this, I don't mind, but I want the front to look nice. I'm like, am I overreacting? Am I overreacting? Will those look fine? I might be overreacting. I might actually be overreacting. Okay. What if we just attach this and we just go around the whole thing and we just try them on and we see if they look like shit, and if they look like shit, we can just use our seam ripper again for the 75th time, which means we have to find our measurements again. Fuck me. It's okay. We can find them. Surely dinner has to be here, right? Are we being chased by a tiger? Or are we simply trying to make a pair of pants that we like and that we can wear and sit down in and walk in without having to constantly pull it back up? Sometimes I just think life could be a lot easier. If I were not an XXL, and I don't like that because I know that I am beautiful. And I see all of these creators online who are stunning, who are so fucking cool, and their style is really cool. And they're my size, or even larger than me. Stop crying. We can't see where we need to pin if we're crying. It's okay to cry, it's just that we can't do what we need to do if we're crying. That's actually what does that. And that lines up right about here. So maybe the actual easier thing would be like to move to a different country. That wouldn't actually be easier though. It would probably be worse because there are no fat people in Europe according to European according to their styles. Like, you know, I'm not fat. And like, that's another really dumb autistic thing, because I'm like, don't want to call myself fat and offend fat people. It is so hard being in my head sometimes. Most times. Almost all the time. Okay. I can actually scoot and we're going to mark those Line up those marks. Okay. All right. Let's do this again. That's where we started. Okay, this is where we are. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna start back here because this is like a section. Okay, oh no, we will just pull and sew. Find our next little pin, pull, and sew. Now this is going to be tricky because this inside seam is folded towards the needle, and so we're going to want to make sure it stays flat to go under the presser foot. It would be easier if it was folded away, but it's towards, and so that's fine. We've dealt with much trickier shit with this pair of pants. A little seam, come on, down, just down. There. Just easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay. Pull. We're almost done. This needs to go towards as well, which is annoying. Down, land down. Thank you. Come on, just, oh my god. Oh, fuck's sake. Get in there. Okay. And now it's folded. Come on, there. Okay, there. There, we've got it. Another thing not working for us is that this is a Singer start, so it's very lightweight. And so I can't use the weight of my machine to stay in place. Sorry for shaking you. Like if my machine were a little heavier, this might be a little easier. We're so close. Okay. Okay. They are attached. The waistband is attached to the pant. Now, whether or not it actually looks good remains to be seen, but for now at least they are attached to each other. Let's take out our pins. And in here, we got a little off kilter back here. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, let's see.
I gotta go get dinner.
Okay.
The child is awake. She's going on and on about going to see her sister.
Okay.
I tried to explain to her that she doesn't have a sister and that we weren't going to see her. Apparently his sister lives in Africa. She did get visibly upset when I explained this to her and said that if we don't go see her sister, that her sister will die. And she doesn't want somebody she loves to die. She's I don't know if she's in like half asleep state or what's going on, but she's very adamant. Apparently her grandmother had another baby, and that baby is her sister, which I tried to explain that no, that would make that baby her aunt or uncle. But now she's saying that a million years ago she had 2 babies in her tummy, and those are her sisters. I don't know. I'm just trying to prepare you for. She might get emotional about all this if you try to explain it to her.
Okay. All right. Well, so we have pants. I don't love the way this waistband looks, but we'll see if they fit well, if they sit where they're supposed to. But right now I have to go take care of my child who is in her own world. All right. Moment of truth. This angle is not super great. I really don't know. I can't really see myself well. I think they're going to be okay. And I think the length is going to end up being okay. I was thinking I might have to hem them, but I don't know. I might hem them about 1 inch just so that they're more like maybe a bit more. Let's see. Because if they hit there, I think that would be better. They feel a little frumpy in this area, but I think with them being black, like, that's fine. Here we go. For hopefully the end of this cursed project. Hemming the bottom. Literally could have cut this and made the waistband white, but alas, here we are. Okay, that's the front. We don't want to start on the front. We want to start like on the side. Okay. It's annoying. Like, for some reason, it's not lining up like super evenly. There's like, it's like there's slightly more fabric or something. Maybe it's because that needs to be up a bit more. Maybe that will fix it. I don't know. Like, somehow it's getting off. I don't understand why. I think I am literally going to have to just cut it. Because otherwise this is getting pushed and we'll end up with like, I don't know why it's not just even. Now it seems even. What's wrong with you? I don't know. Damn it. I want to burn these pants. I want to burn them in the flames of hell. Oh my god. Okay. I ended up cutting the bottom and then flipping the right sides together like this to hem the pants. Final look. The pockets are a little lower than I anticipated because I thought that like it would sit a little bit higher, but that's okay. I'll just need to mark the pockets a little bit higher on my pattern. They're a little like, they're comfy. I just wish they were a little more structured at the top. Like, I might take just like an inch or so off of each side at the top so that it's not so, and then but keep it wide at the bottom, because like this just feels a bit, I don't know, I don't love, but they are done. We did it, Joe. They're done. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. I hope you liked the video.